Are about to begin a marching straight to the Jubilee House. They say that they are going to present a petition to President John Dramani Mahama, urging him to stop Galamsey because, according to them, Galamsey is still wreaking havoc on Ghanaians and nothing is being done about it. We want to get closer to him and share a word or two with him. Okay, let's get close. So that's the convener who's been flanked by the people who are joining him in this protest so far. So, well, there he goes. We have no idea whether he's going to lead the procession or not, but we've seen that the policemen and women have also entered that building, and I believe that police are going to speak to them on how the security arrangement will be done. But yes, that's what's happening here so far. The is yet to begin, although they've converged at their meeting point, which is the Obra Sport here at Circle. And of course, let's get closer to some of the demonstrators and have a word or two with them. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Who are joining you? So now, we're joining demonstration way.
Me pacho de ti ama joining ne say ye pe peace e wo kro mu ha say ye pe se enyam puntu juma ye mabu a ye wo kro mu ha say ye ko ya ntimi akọ school iti ye pe se ye di say ejuma nya bibi ba ye so ni na say ye si ejuma say ye here so ye develop ye ejuma ba ye so bi ani honom iti ye pacho say Galamsey must stop today.
That's baby pacho also obetimeni ya kasa kakra. Okay, Pacho. Hello. Okay, so they're shying away from the camera, but one of the demonstrators that spoke to me say that they're unhappy with the way Galamsey is destroying our water bodies, and also they're calling for jobs in the country. So basically, this is the first demonstration against illegal mining this year. Remember, we had a series of them happen last year, somewhere in September as well, which culminated in the arrest of Oliver Bakavomo. But I've seen a lot of them lined up on the streets. I want to take a word or two from them. You're live on Joy News. Why are you joining this protest? I didn't know I would join the protest.
For Galamsey reason.
Reason.
Galamsey I say. You pay for a mumboy, to Musha no mumboy, Galamsey, and I pass it to us, to mumboy.
Na fine man. Na abai a dibe 4 months pe. I don't know
I don't know.
Okay, let's get close. Okateche, we're live on Joy News. We want to have a word or two with you. Some people are saying that John Mahama spent barely 4 months in government. So why don't we give him time?
So pretty much we are joining, and people are saying what?
The president has been president for just 4 months. Maybe he should
be president for just 4 months. Right, so the diseases that are being caused by Galamsey activities are also saying that because the president has been in government for 4 months, we have paused. We are not going to affect kidneys anymore. We are not going to affect pregnant women anymore. We are not going to affect people's kids anymore. And for that matter, we will wait for President Mahama to settle in before we will begin to affect people's kidneys. Come on, sometimes we must elevate the conversation. When President Mahama came in, within 4 months, he's been able to send a bill to Parliament to establish a gold board. When President Mahama came in, within 4 months, he's been able to do things that inures to his benefit and the benefit of his government. So it is all about scale of preference. It's all about priority. He's been in power for 4 months, but within 4 months, all the big. So yet people are asking that Galamsey activities are affecting our kids. Galamsey activities are affecting our livers, and people, including my very media, are saying that because it's not been 1 year, 2 years, In any case, if we don't prompt in stage, if you remember Anajo, coming to abolish Galamsey, we do not have the luxury of for the years to does not declare so that cannot be the preference. What when we else you surely will know. I request here. And then told the people that the Kufadu should declare state of emergency.
You're watching the Joy News channel, and if you just tuned in, we're bringing you live visuals from Obra Sport. This afternoon, a group calling itself Generation Protection Rights Society, led by media personality or Kateche Afrifa Mensa, has stormed the streets. They are set to give a petition to Jubilee House later today. They are protesting government's action to deal with illegal mining. They want a more decisive approach in dealing with the menace, and they've hit the street to register their displeasure. And we just brought you live feed there. My colleague Kenneth Jesse interacting with some of the protesters, sharing their thoughts as to why they decided to join this protest. But many argue it is early days yet. The new administration took over office less than 4 months ago. And so why exactly are they raising the concerns now? Isn't it early days yet? That's a concern many have raised. And we've just been hearing from Afrifa Mensa try to explain why he's hitting the streets, even though it's just 4 months into the Mahama-led administration. He feels that the destruction caused by illegal mining is still far-reaching, and we need to fight it and fight it now. Many have said that there's a need to call and declare a state of emergency. We'll find out from that petition that he will be submitted to Jubilee House if that's one of the demands they have there. But you're still watching the Joy News channel. Please stay with us here on the Joy News channel. Well, if you just tune in, we have been bringing you live coverage of Generational Rights Protection Society's demonstration going on currently as we speak. They started from Obra Sport and they're heading all the way to the Jubilee House. They're raising concerns about government's approach to dealing with illegal mining, and that team is being led by media personality Okateche Afrifa Mensa. My colleague Kenneth Jesse is on the ground interacting with some of the protesters. He joins us live with more. Kenneth, you've been on the ground so far. What else have they been telling you? Well, Kenneth is joining us. Earlier, he was interacting with Afrifa Mensa, just addressing some concerns that have been raised really about the timing of this protest. Individuals have raised concerns that 4 months into this government, it's probably early days yet, and he was engaging Afrifa Mensa and he gave a response to that. Kenneth, I finally have you now. Just tell me what he said in response to concerns that it's maybe just early days yet to start the protest.
That a lot of people are saying that it's been barely 4 months since John Mahama became president, so perhaps he should be given more time. He says within that period, John Dramani Mahama has performed a lot of duties which are his priorities. So if he indeed prioritized stopping Galamsey as head of state, he would have done so. And as you can see here, they are singing some songs of appellations. We were told that we'll be moving at 4 p.m. and then they will be headed to the seat of government, that is the Jubilee House, to present a petition to the president. Amongst them is to declare a state of emergency, and they want an immediate revocation of the LI that also allows mining in forest reserves. To some of the demonstrators who have gathered here to speak with us. Mami, me usu wenia Japan, mo mi enka sakakra. Edi na wa di demonstration ye chi ene.
The enti amedi demonstration ye chi ene no. Me de China mankwa na yam papa na na do no na Galamsey yensuo tini ya complain no ka ho ene ye to abeti a ya papa na na do ya papa mama ka so ba obeyi afiwa mayen sese no ayaka sia kwa aya west anunti na mayen ni apre ene dum so aya papa mama say ono ana solve yenti na na do ba ye obenya ne fala no asasta tikidikidi yenyuma nyina sai ti say ansole e be ya yet say first no ba ye no anunti na me enameni apre amigina mu no ti ya papa mama oti ye ne a on sorry no nyama ya ni asabe ye bio ti say no oti ye ne a on sorry dikudi osi oba ye ejuma mebu oba ya mebuma na na do fa o majuma mu no wayi o mu nyina adi yeso ya ka ho ne ya to aba ma o ya ma nyina ka ho nti ya ti ya saya baba mama say on for mebu no because I say 24-hour economy aso ye ti ya sra no on tie yesu na ya ho yira de o ti ona oba nya ajuma akona oba
to end Galamsey now, and she's also been complaining about intermittent power supply, popularly known as Dumso, which she says
mining can create jobs, mining can improve livelihoods, and mining can generate wealth, but it cannot and must not do so at the expense of damaging the very environment that produces the riches.
Nobody provides a license for you to mine in a water body. It doesn't happen in Ghana.
When I see these things, I ask myself, who are behind this? I can't buy excavator, but the ministers and the MPs, you can do that. So we are saying, I am
prepared to put my presidency on the line on this matter.
You send soldiers after the young people. That is not the way to go.
Galamsey them have you hanitum yesa. Imube 30% ni boma ye Galamsey ni. So na na bia otu bia we chance as you dey Galamsey bia was of wa bubu an for say why e born.
Destruction for gold.
The U.S. Geological Survey gold statistics for 2022 pegs the world's global gold reserves at 54,000 tons. Ghana's reserves, estimated at 1,000 tons, has been the country's good and bad omen in the past 15 years. The large-scale exploitation of Ghana's gold has been fairly controlled, but the small-scale or artisanal mining sector has been the country's environmental headache. Highly unregulated, it is home to greed, politics, power play, and a policy dilemma. Artisanal and small-scale has a long history in Ghana, but it was only in 1989 that government recognized its legitimacy through the Small Scale Mining Act, PNDC Law 218, which was later integrated into the current Mining Act 703 in 2006. The Act provided a blueprint for its formalization, reserving small-scale mining for Ghanaians. Like a farmer with arable land but no plow, the country started witnessing the invasion of Chinese into the sector, largely aided by Ghanaians. With the introduction of heavy earth-moving equipment and water-polluting gold mining technologies, the country's forests and water bodies came under attack. Regime after regime saw the pillaging of forests and the pollution of water bodies. Large tracts of forest cover, like this one in the western region, were reduced to wasteland. Contrary to mining practices and regulations, miners hid behind prospecting licenses to destroy large portions of forest reserves like the Apamprama in the Ashanti region. Between 2006 and 2016, the devastation from illegal mining had taken astronomical levels across the country with extreme environmental consequences.
Our usual footpath to school and out of our homes has now been turned into pits. I've been injured today trying to find my way home. They have to drive the Galamsey people away.
In 2013, President John Dramani Mahama inaugurated a 5-member task force to fight illegal small-scale mining across the country. The problem persisted, leading to a government ban by the Akufo-Addo administration on all artisanal small-scale mining activities across the country between March 29, 2017 and April 22, 2017. This was followed by a 6-month ban on legal small-scale mining.
I've said it in the cabinet, and perhaps it's the first time I'll be saying it in public. I am prepared to put my presidency on the line on this matter.
A military and police task force codenamed Operation Vanguard was formed mid-2017 to enforce the ban and eliminate illegal mining. Later, an interministerial task force called Galamsey was roped in to assist and remove seized excavators from the field. But even in the midst of the ban, miners like this one were actively mining in areas like the Kobro section of the Apamprama Forest Reserve. In the Tabosere Forest Enclave in the western region, miners pillaged the forest, claiming that they received concessions from the Minerals Commission.
This site was allocated to me by the Minerals Commission. They made allocations at a small-scale level. For miners like us, they don't give any certification.
Though the task force made a lot of gains, a number of excavators transported to Accra by the interministerial task force under Professor Frimpong Boateng could not be traced. This medical doctor who purchased and hired excavators for hiring lost a number of them.
They were seized by the interministerial task force. So I came to Accra to find out if the machines were really here. So when I came upon my search, I found out that 2 were at industrial area. So I went back to prepare myself and come for them, follow the procedure and come for them. So when I got back, I decided to check on them again. I found out that one of them was not around, was missing.
Perhaps the account of this low-loader truck driver hired to move some of the excavators gives an inkling of what happened to the missing excavators. I had already asked the Alaji who sent me, and he had confirmed that it was one of the Galamsey machines that were being sold, and he was asked to transport it. So from Konongo to Bumfa Junction is a short distance, so I decided to help a friend in need. When I reached Bumfa Junction, he had told me a group of boys will receive the machine. Truly, I met them and they received the machine. Soon as they took the machine, a Land Cruiser vehicle came to the scene and took the money. How much did they sell the machine?
I see 50,000.
He said 50,000. But even with that money, I was told by the Alaji who sent me that I would take the money. But when I got to the scene, the Land Cruiser people said they are the ones to take the money. So the occupants of the Land Cruiser took the money in front of me.
When the first time I work off a machine, Galamsey for machine CZ.
Have you yourself picked any of the machines seized by Galamsey from Accra before? Yes. Myself, I have picked 3 from Accra before. I picked 1 with my vehicle and 2 of my friends picked the other 2. They transported the ones they picked to Prestia, and I sent mine to Amangwase. The one I picked from the Alaji was the 3rd one, which I sent to Bumfa Junction. Operation Vanguard made a lot of gains, but was embroiled in allegations of bribery and selective application of its operations. Ghana's military was cited for the protection of miners in forest areas.
We are here at this thing. They hold duties, and there are some policemen and media be here.
In January 2021, over 30 fully armed military personnel were found protecting miners in the Odahun forest.
So these are military accoutrements. You can find names on them. This one is Camel. This one is Camel. We have the other one, Amweni, on this one. And these are, as security men have been able to authenticate, these are quality Ghana Army uniforms, indicating that we may have some military involvement here in this site.
Sometimes we don't do things like that.
Our team was molested after filming their activities there. Though the military hierarchy said it was investigating, it is yet to announce the results of its investigations.
I'm telling you, we have patience on that time.
In May 2021, at the peak of the problem, the Akufo-Addo government organized a national consultative dialogue on small-scale mining.
Mining can create jobs. Mining can improve livelihoods. And mining can generate wealth. But it cannot and must not do so at the expense of damaging the very environment that produces the riches. We have had beautiful and majestic rivers and streams. Today, there's not much to celebrate about the pra or the brim, and there's not much to be excited about over our famed thick forests and the animals that inhabit them. I am determined to enforce the laws on illegal mining, no matter the subject, high or low.
This led to, among other things, an order banning prospecting activities in forest reserves across the country. The Minerals Commission was also directed to desist from processing or granting any request for the renewal of prospecting licenses in forest reserves. In April 2021, President Akufo-Addo deployed 200 military personnel to protect the country's water bodies and forest resources. The first phase of the operation commenced on Wednesday, April 28, 2021, on the Pra River in the central region.
We've gotten a few fines, moving through a lot of difficult terrain. It's a simple mission, and we're expecting to achieve the desired aim and send the right signal to those faceless people trying to cause havoc to our very existence.
The operation in its fourth phase has seen the controversial banning of a number of excavators and other equipment seized from illegal miners and the arrest of a number of miners. The banning of excavators has received mixed reactions.
We are the ones who campaign for you. You gave us this work. If you do this to anybody, it shouldn't be your national women's organizer. Do you have to burn a bulldozer? Look at the filling we are doing over here. It is a dozer we are using to do that job. Do you have to burn the dozer? 8 excavators. You've burnt them all. Why? Why do we have to suffer like this in this country?
Go to Moso. People's machines were bent. Akwaboso, a machine was bent. In Etiwa, for what I've gathered so far, about 16 machines had been bent. Only 7 of them is coming from Madam Kate Genvo's area. My whole beef in this matter is the minister should come down. He should do broader consultation with the people. He should also publicize mining companies who have valid mining permits, and at the same time, who has been authorized by the EPA to also mine, so that we know that, oh, these people operating here, they don't have the license to operate. So even the public will come out to even defend the state.
If you put a blanket ban and then you send soldiers after the young people, that is not the way to go. As you stop illegal small-scale mining, at the same time, you must put in place a livelihood package so that as you are displacing people from illegal mining, they have something else to do. But when there's nothing to do and you're just chasing them and shooting them, it is not the way to go.
The president's pronouncement on excavators and burning of excavators in his staff, in the president's staff, we will want to summon the Attorney General to this House in accord with Article 88 of the Constitution as the principal advisor to government. Why the president should not be held in check for being in breach of the laws of Ghana and the Constitution of Ghana. Say that some evidence, material, must be provided that burning excavators is sanctioned by the laws of Ghana, and I wait to see that law.
In 2017, government spent $3 million on drones to fight illegal mining.
Every district committee where mining is taking place will have drone pilots. We've bought the drones, they are ready to be used. We have also acquired 16 for the Regional Coordinating Council. That will be under the direct control of the regional ministers. And the headquarters will have 10 drones. Operation Vanguard will have access to 18 drones and 15 drones for the Minerals Commission. The drone pilots are ready, the drones are there, and we are ready to move on.
But the difficult question remains, what is the situation on the ground despite these interventions?
It looks like there is no end to this illegal mining craze. Now, deep within the Tabosre Forest Enclave, you could see over 10 excavators within this forest, destroying it with impunity. So far, nobody has been able to show us any legal documents binding their operations here. But already, the forest is getting depleted.
In 2017, the Ghana Water Resources Commission stated that about 60% of the country's water bodies were polluted. The acceptable turbidity value for drinking water is 5 nephelometric turbidity unit (NTU), while values of 80 to 150 NTU are acceptable for other water users as appropriate. The Water Resources Commission captured the turbidity level